Hello, everyone, and welcome to Workforce Flathead's Opportunity Fair. We are glad to have everyone joining us today virtually. My name is Blake Ladenburg. I'm with Flathead Valley Community College, and I will be moderating today's panel. A few housekeeping items first. All of these webinars are being recorded and will be posted on workforceflathead.com and as well as Job Service Kalispell's YouTube channel. We'll save some time at the end of this to go over any questions that come through on the Q&A feature. So if you have any questions to go along, please go ahead and type that in. But without further ado, I am joined here today with Mary from Applied Materials, and I'm going to turn it over to Mary.
Awesome, thanks, Blake. I'll go ahead and start sharing my screen. Give me one moment. Can you see me?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, so we're excited to just chat with everybody on the Workforce Flathead Opportunity Fair. Again, my name is Mary, and I'm an HR business partner supporting Applied Materials here locally in the Flathead Valley. I'm going to go ahead and give us an overview today of kind of applied materials in general, and then applied materials as it relates to our Flathead Valley. And current openings, and a little bit just more about us. So at Applied, our tagline is, our innovations make possible the technology shaping the future. Tech is a real big buzzword these days. So from high performance chips, higher resolution displays, billions of people around the world are benefiting from materials engineering solutions that transform possibilities into reality. Our breakthrough innovations empower our success, customer successes, and shape the future. And that all happens here partially in Montana. So we are the world's #1 semiconductor and display equipment company. Our revenue size is over 17 billion. We spend a little bit more than 2 billion in R&D spending. We have over 14,000 patents. Our stock is listed on the NASDAQ, and we are headquartered out of the Silicon Valley in California. Additionally, we have over 24,000 employees globally. We operate in over 110 locations in 19 countries. And I presented some of this information just about 6 months ago, and we have already entered 3 more countries. Just fun fact. So what do? We make the tools that make the components. So most people are familiar with a phone or a device, any sort of technology. So we are making the tools that allow chips to happen. So specifically here in Kalispell, there are products like tools that we make, memory processors or sensors, and you can see those type of end user items that support that. I have a little video to share with you guys. Hopefully it will go ahead and play and you guys can hear it. Are you able to hear that?
Yeah, the video, I'm not hearing the video yet. Yeah, it looks like that's not coming through with the Zoom. If we can.
You want me to try?
Yeah, if you try going to YouTube and sharing. It's not asking you the question, is it?
Mm-mm. How about that?
Nope, it's not coming through. Let me try on my end real quick. It looks like I can find it using that titled. Bear with us. You think after a year of using Zoom, we would have all of these nuances and stuff worked out. I'm going to go ahead.
Sometimes you need to get away from the kids.
Full screen. And then if I go to share my screen, yes, and I click that, and I hit share computer sound. Okay. You're going to catch the end of this.
Grown-up time.
You hear
Or
everything?
get away from the grown-ups for kid time.
There
And
you
just get away from home. Together.
We work at the edge of what's possible every day. Others reach into the cold vacuum of space or penetrate the ocean's crushing depths. We plunge down into the unseen world of the Nanosphere. Leaving behind dimensions that make sense to our senses, we shrink down tenfold, then by 100, then by 1,000, shrinking again and again to a millionth, to nearly a billionth of a meter. Welcome to the Nanosphere. Here, we build and help others build immensely powerful tiny objects like logic chips, and this, a 3D NAND memory chip. It's an entire city built of atoms. So how do we engineer something so incredibly small? Here, the environment is extreme. It's an alien landscape where we sculpt and shape using pressure and temperature. Plasma clouds heat ions hotter than the surface of the sun as they rain down molecules which build up structures atom by atom. Silicon is transformed into a much more efficient electrical conductor, bombarded, disrupted, and then in a flash, its crystalline structure is repaired, with its conductive powers much increased. Now we build up, layer upon layer. This structure will soon be home to billions of memory cells. We deposit, remove, and modify materials, stripping back deposits to reveal a giant staircase, which will eventually bring power to our atomic metropolis. Next, we prepare to drill. However, there's no drill bit small enough for the task, so here we drill with ions. We start by drilling into the protective mask, and then inspect the holes for perfect alignment. Then we drill on down, changing our process to suit each layer. By turning gases into solids, we deposit molecules until the holes are filled. The smallest defects can render the whole chip useless. We etch downwards and sideways, removing only the materials we need to tolerances just 1 atom thick. 10 kilometers of metal are now deposited in one single chip, allowing power to flow to every one of the billions of memory cells, 8 of which are needed to light up just 1 pixel in the eye of this robot defending the galaxy. We continue to work at the edge of what's possible to make possible a better future, where transformative technologies shape a smarter, safer, more sustainable world. Whatever can be imagined will have its beginning in materials engineering. Whatever you imagine, we can imagine how to build it in the Nanosphere. We work here.
Thanks for sharing.
should go
I'll go
back.
ahead and share my screen again and continue on. So that was just a really neat presentation or video in general that just describes a little bit about materials engineering and chip making, or the process of chip making at very small atomic levels. So that, again, that does happen here locally in Montana as well. So our global scale and reach, I touched a little bit upon that. We have our worldwide locations and again, updated the countries. But specifically here in Montana, what we'll focus on today is what we've got going on here. So we have a business unit that we refer to as Packaging, Platings, and Cleans, PPC. We're acronym rich. So we have 2 locations, main plant and Birch Grove. And at Birch Grove, we employ about 115 employees. And at our main plant operations, between OpEx and manufacturing operations, we have a little over 450. Right now, we're on a trajectory to about 600 employees employed locally here in Montana. So our Kalispell main plant is a 220,000 square foot facility, and we have over 80 acres on Reserve Drive. We have a certified cleans and packaging room. We also have vertically integrated manufacturing, NPI engineering, from design concept to production environment. Additionally, we have 40 years of experience with electrical design and production here locally. And this is a picture of our tools that we send to our customers that make chips. So our products that we design and manufacture here locally are referred to as Nakota, Mustang, and Raider. And these are the different processes that they do on wafers. I mentioned we had vertical integration, so we also have another sub-business unit here, which we refer to as Montana Manufacturing Services. And vertically integrated means that we have a smaller subset of supply chain that supplies our own internal applied materials, somewhat globally or even just in North America. So we design, engineer, and manufacture items for other applied business units. And here's a sample of some of those kinds of items that we produce, not only for our own product lines that I showed on the last page, but for the rest of the suite of applied materials product lines in other locations. At our Birch Grove shop is a focus on machining and fabrication. Our expertise is in both metals and plastics. It's a 78,000 square foot facilities, and we have over 70 CNC tools. We also have a frame center of excellence where we have a small team focused on DFX engineering of frames for applied materials specifically. This is all of the options or the types of jobs that we employ here locally. And then I'll show you what we currently have open or what we're currently actively recruiting for, but we want to let you know what job roles exist here in the Flathead Valley. So we have operations and manufacturing, business and management job roles. Specifically in our engineering disciplines, we employ mechanical, chemical, electrical, and manufacturing engineers. A few other special disciplines as well. We also employ technician level engineer and manufacturing technicians, logistics environment, shipping, receiving, and then again in manufacturing, we have assembly, quality, machinist, machine operators, welding and fabricators. On the business and management side, we have different skill sets like finance, project management, both non-technical and technical project management. We also have marketing and business development here locally, human resources, that would be one of my roles, logistics and materials organizations, supply chain fits in that bucket, quality and environmental health and safety services, we refer to that as our EH&S partners, and then customer support as well. So what sets applied materials apart? We like to think it's the total compensation, and which is the total environment of being at applied materials. We offer competitive base pay, health insurance, time off and perks, financial support for the future, and tuition assistance, and continuing education opportunities as well. Some of the things that go along with that, and I'll go into detail on a few next pages, but we compare our base pay markets to national markets, and we review those annually. Our health insurance is offered from day one of employment as a regular full-time employee, and we have flexible time off programs, paid parental and medical leave programs as well. We offer a 401k match to our workforce that you're vested from day one, an employee stock purchase program, which I'll also talk about in a minute. Tuition assistance and continuing education, we have an internal training program, educational program that's just embedded into our culture, as well as we offer tuition reimbursement. So some of the time off and perks that we have or have at Applied Materials, for our exempt salary workforce, we have flexible time off. This is a newer program where you just take time off as needed. We don't count balances anymore. But for our non-exempt and hourly population, we have an inclusive program that includes vacation and sick time, which is very generous. We also observe 9 annual company paid holidays in addition to that time off. And then parental and family leave, we also offer up to 8 weeks of paid parental leave for moms, dads, adoptive parents, and foster parents. We have an adoption assistance program, general just voluntary discount program, just leverage kind of the overall base of our employee workforce with that. We also offer a prepaid legal assistance program and tuition assistance. We offer up to $8,500 per calendar year to eligible employees to improve skills and knowledge required for their roles. So lots of good things. Additionally, as part of our rewards, we, like I said, we have competitive base pay. We offer a bonus structure depending upon our job roles. We have 3 different plans. We also offer equity, which is offering applied materials stock to our workforce. In addition to that, we have a program that's called the Employee Stock Purchase Program. And it can be perceived as complex, but it's a really great benefit for our employees. It lets you purchase employee applied materials stock twice a year at a minimum of a 15% or 15% discount. So automatically you're contributing into it like a savings account. And then when that purchase day comes, you automatically purchase our stock at a less price than what it's traded for. So you can't lose, really. We also have embedded in our organization a Make Possible recognition program that's aligned to our company's core values and mission. So we are really about praise and recognition of our workforce, praising the right behaviors, and rewarding performance in those demonstrated behaviors. So our current openings, and I've included links that I'll have on the next page as well, but our regular full-time openings that I want to talk about are, we have several engineering, manufacturing, and operations opportunities right now. We as an industry are just growing. I'm sure most people have heard about the chip shortage in the world, let alone America. So we play in that market, in that game. So specifically, we're looking for a very specialized wet process technologist here locally, a global product marketing manager. I mentioned those 3 product lines. That would be what they would be supporting. A platform engineer. This is a design engineer focusing on structure of our products, and an electrical engineer focusing on the insides and electrical setup of our products as well. In manufacturing, we have assembler roles, technician level roles, quality control. We're actively hiring for machinists. We also have a welding engineer supporting manufacturing at Birch Grove, and then a machine shop manager. We're looking to grow that team as well. In operations, we have a facility and real estate opening, and then we also have materials project management in our supply chain organization. So we have a smattering of a little bit of everything. We partner locally with LC Staffing to have temp or contract roles, and so they are hiring on our behalf, currently assemblers for multiple work centers, material handlers to support our warehouse, inventory, and shipping departments, machine operators, machinists, entry-level machinists, and entry-level welders. We also recruit from our temp and contract talent for our regular full-time openings. And my last slide is just to say thank you. And if anyone is interested in a regular full-time opportunity or contract or temp opportunity, this is you would apply online for our regular full-time. Then should you have any questions, reach out to our staffing department, and then they route requests directly to the managers who are here locally in Montana. If you're interested in contractor temp opportunity, please partner with our LC Staffing account recruiter. It's my understanding that they've also participated in this program. They're great partners to us, and Brittany is our recruiter who staffs all our needs.
Awesome, Mary. Well, we are all out of time, but I want to thank you so much for presenting today and working with us on our technical difficulties, and thank you for everyone who's joining or viewing this panel on the workforceflathead.com website or Job Service Kalispell's YouTube channel. Again, I want to thank Mary from Applied Materials, and I hope everyone has a great rest of your day.
Awesome. Thanks, Blake.